Howdy, y'all. So it's journal time again. I'm going to share my personal journal with you guys if you're interested. So, welcome back. And this is going to be my journal entries from October the 29th until today, which is Thursday, November the 4th. So, this is the very end of this book, too. So, almost done, just a couple pages. All right. So Friday, October the 29th, we had a high in the mid 60s and a low in the low 50s, and it was windy and cool. I decided to do some cooking today, and I started early. I put on a pot of chili in my crock pots, Texas style, with no beans, just plenty of lean ground beef and chili. It took a little while because I wanted all the fresh chilies cleaned inside and out and finely diced and caramelized in a skillet with the onions and garlic before they go into the pot. Usually, I make mashed potatoes to have with chili, but I try not to keep potatoes in the house since I went low carb, and I was making this with whatever I had here. Okay, so after I put on the chili and I did a few chores and the daily cat care stuff, I decided to make some treats to have around for Halloween. Since I already had all the stuff here and I was wanting to do kind of a test batch, I decided to make some almond bark covered pretzels. They are one of Slim's favorites and I know they won't go to waste. Both the chili and the pretzels turned out very well. In fact, I think I'll make some more pretzels and give some away as gifts. They aren't difficult, just time consuming, and everyone seems to really like them. So I made a cute container with Christmas stickers on it to store the pretzels in. And I said here, I realized today that I have to double delete all the videos in my new phone. Yeah, they were kind of stacking up in my memory, and it said it was kind of full, and I was wondering why because I'd been deleting videos. But yeah, you got to go in there and do it again, which is different from my old phone. Okay, so Saturday the 30th, we had a high in the high 70s and a low in the high 50s. It was calm and warmer. Today is for shopping and not just for groceries either. I decided to get some stocking stuffers and candy and ribbons for Christmas, and it took me a while to choose those things. I also looked at the bedding, but they didn't have anything that I wanted. I got in lots of baking supplies for the holidays too. And then I went to Dollar Tree and I got several large platters and lots of stuff for service during Christmas tea. I love the clear plastic serviceware that they have at Dollar Tree. They are perfect for single use, and then you can send them with a guest if they want to take some food home with them. I love those. They look kind of like a little fancy, but they're totally just disposable. They're so much better than like aluminum containers, like the baking pans or whatever. They look so pretty for displaying all your stuff. And I'm having lots of little like hors d'oeuvres, so it's perfect. After I did all the shopping, I stopped by and got some Japanese takeout for our lunch. We don't usually get to go food like that, but this place has fresh ingredients cooked to order. So it's much healthier choice than like a burger and fries or some tacos or pizza or something. Howard is still being very naughty. He beeps his tiny voice at 4 a.m. every morning, and he also torments Willow every chance he gets. Nothing I do seems to get him to stop either of these behaviors. In fact, I think me interfering makes them worse. I think I'm just going to have to get another punishment shirt for him as he's outgrown his old one. Like he used to, if he was like being mean to Norma Jean or he just wouldn't stop like kind of tormenting another cat. I had this little T-shirt that I'd make him wear that he really hated. So, but he's outgrown it. I got the cutest little cream container and sugar tongs for the tea service. Yeah, I've been collecting little stuff to have a really kind of nice tea service there with Christmas stuff. Okay, so October 31st. This is Halloween. So I got real cheesy with the bone chilling temperature and the creepy and spooky weather. Okay, so I got up early today, and thanks to Howard who woke me up. I'm now considering feeding him peanut butter when he won't shut up. Okay, and I packed up a little box of treats for Virginia, and I took them to her and had a sausage and biscuit over at Shonda's and stopped by the store and then went to the new house. She made taco soup for the first thing to be cooked in her new house, and it was delicious. Or as Mimi says, it was fire. Everyone really enjoyed our visit. Okay, on the way home, I stopped by Brian's to check the the storage shed for my Santa Claus tea set, but to no avail. I think it may have been up at the shop when my Uncle Mike sold it, so it's probably lost. Yeah, I had a tea set that was shaped. Oh, I can't do my S's today. I had a tea set that was shaped like Santa Claus's head. The teapot and the cups and the cream and sugar thing, they were all shaped like Santa Claus's head with the little hat and everything. You took the hat off to open the teapot and the sugar bowl and stuff. And it was really cute. My mom got it for me years ago. And I had it up at a building that my family owned with some other Christmas stuff, and I didn't realize that they had sold it. And I think that that is where that wound up with some other Christmas decorations. And if so, it is totally lost, and I cannot find it. I've been looking around, and that was kind of my last shot over at my son's dad's storage building. But there was really nothing over there, but just a bunch of like memorabilia from when Forrest was little. That's pretty much all that's over there now. Okay, so tea set probably gone forever, which is unfortunate, but oh well, it is what it is. So I got lots of stuff for Christmas tea when I was at the store today. A selection of teas, including English breakfast, Earl Grey, Lady Grey, Irish breakfast, chai, green tea, lots of herbal, mint, and berry flavor teas. I intend to offer them all at Christmas, and whatever we don't use, I'm going to give to Kaylee as part of her gift, as she loves all kinds of tea, and that's kind of why I got such a varied selection for just us. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of throw that into her presents as she can have all the rest of the tea that we don't use. Okay, this is my last entry in my journal. Tomorrow I start a new one. So yes, goodbye old journal. And I've been keeping this journal. The first day was the 30th of December 2020. I did my first weigh-in Wednesday. And the last time I weighed about 194 pounds. So, um, over the course of the year, I guess I've lost about 20 pounds. But, or maybe, yeah. Okay, so at first my journal was I was just keeping up with what I was eating. I was just writing down all my food. And then later, I changed different diet plans. You can kind of see me how I began with one thing and I went to something else after a few months, and then I changed to something else after a few months. So, and this is just everything I was doing. At first, I was really decorating with stickers, and then I started keeping up with fasting times. I was really fasting and keeping up with some carbs, and then I started adding like more macros and little notes every day. And then my notes over the course of time became bigger and bigger until I was taking a whole page. And slowly I phased out uh, more of the diet, got smaller and smaller, and the personal journal got bigger and bigger. I kept up with, you know, everything until I decided to kind of take a hiatus from dieting for a while. This is when I got sick. And then after that, I kind of haven't been dieting, or at least I haven't been keeping up with my macros, although I'm still doing weigh-ins. I'm trying to do one once a month. So now it has turned strictly into a personal journal. So for many weeks now, I have been daily writing at least one page in this journal. And it's really interesting to me the way it had morphed just from a food journal and a diet journal to completely the other side of that. And so I'm done with that one, and I got a new one, a nice sunflower journal. And I'm starting it on Monday, November the 1st. The weather, we had a high in the low 70s and a low in the low 60s, and it was clear and still, which was nice after all the wind and rain. So, hello, November. It's a new month, and I have a new journal. It's such a beautiful day today with no wind, so I decided to take all the cats outside with me to pick up sticks. What a big job that turned out to be. I knew it had been really windy and we had some downfall, but I didn't realize how much I was getting myself into when I started picking up all those sticks. It took all morning, but I got everything picked up and piled in one of our 3 fire circles. The cats had a great time outside. They've been cooped up in the house for the better part of a week, and it was time for some exercise. They are always more active when I go out with them. Naboo was hilarious, racing through the yard as fast as he could. His big self is getting fat, and he starts to pant after just a few minutes of play. And when we came back in, the boys went in the back room and they passed out like a couple of kids that tried to stay up all night. They were all completely tuckered out, and they were so adorable, those boys playing. They're always so funny. I decided to make some more almond bark covered pretzels because I gave away almost all of the first batch. This time I'm going to put milk chocolate drizzle on them. Slim Slim likes them best that way, and that's why I gave away most of the first batch so I could make us some more with chocolate. Yeah, I had forgotten that that's excuse me, that that's how I originally used to make them. And he reminded me, he was like, "These are good, but I sure liked it when you had the little chocolate drizzle on there." I was like, "Oh yeah, I did do that, didn't I?" Okay, so Tuesday, it was raining. We had a high in the high 60s and a low in the low 50s. And so Howard woke me up at 2:45 a.m. this morning, and I have had it. So I let him outside. Nothing I do will make him stop. So I give up. If he wants to go fight possums in the wee hours of the morning, then so be it. I went back to bed. And then at about a quarter to 5, I woke up to the sound of rain pouring down in buckets. I mean, you guys, it was hammering down. So I called Howard to see if he would come in. And the little sucker come trotting inside right away, all dry and fluffy and feeling smug. Oh, you should have seen him just prancing. He was so chuffed. So Howard has won his right to go out at the butt crack of dawn if he wants to. It's just too exhausting fighting with him on this. And it's just way easier to just let him out. So I give up. I'm totally caving on this fight I've had with Howard for all these weeks and months. And I'm just, when he cries, I just get up and let him out. It's just easier on everybody. So there's that. I'm totally waffling on the whole Howard situation. Because of the cold rain, the rest of the cats had to stay in today. So I set up all their toys and I put some chairs and some baskets and boxes all over the living room for them to play with and to get some exercise. If I don't entertain them, then they just complain all day and they pine away at the windows. And Vince will just incessantly just paw at the back door, just quietly over there, just trying his best to get me to let him out. Oh, it's so I have to set up like a playground for them to play with. Luckily, they all had a long day playing outside yesterday, so it's not so bad being stuck in the house today. I let Howard out in the rain though. He can do whatever he wants. I'm done. Y'all, I'm done with him. He can just go out when he wants to. I am so done with Howard. Okay, so I just had it. I sat down and I figured the checkbook, and I paid some bills, and I did a few other like paperwork things, and I opened and I sorted all the mail. I tend to put all that off, so it's usually a bit of a chore when I finally sit down and do it. But it's all caught up now, so I can relax this evening with Slim whenever he gets home. He's had a busy week too. They had squirrel camp out there at the farm, and it entailed a lot of additional stuff for him to do. Okay, so on Wednesday, the 3rd of November, it was cold and rainy. The high was in the low 60s and the low was in the low 50s. Slim got rained out today, so he got to stay home with me. That's always nice. We got up and had breakfast, waffles and bacon, and then he went back to sleep. I decided to go ahead and get up and get some stuff done while ever he was resting. I went to town and I paid the insurance and I mailed a couple of things, and I'm so glad I changed insurance agencies because now I pay every 6 months, so I haven't even worried about it since June, and it's cheaper too. I don't know. I'm always like that. I always kind of I'm loyal to a fault with places of business. I should just change to the better one. I'm so glad I did too. It finally stopped raining around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And even though it is cold and wet, I let the cats out for a while, all except Norma Jean. She has enough good sense not to go out when it's wet and cold out there. The rest of them couldn't wait to get out there, tripping over each other to get out. Slim got off work a little early yesterday and did a little Christmas shopping on the way home. He got a couple of things for me. Wait, hold on a second. This is the day that he got rained out? No, this was the day he got rained. Okay. I was going to say that didn't make any sense. But no, yeah, he got off a little early and did some Christmas shopping on the way home. And he got a couple things for me. And he got Virginia's gift too. We talked about getting her a vacuum. And he happened to see the one that we wanted. So he got it. So she has a vacuum cleaner, but it's a massive old Kirby and it's so heavy and it's hard to use. So I'm going to be wrapping some prezzies tonight and decorating lots more that I have already wrapped but need ribbons and bows and stickers all over them. So let me show you guys. This is what I got Virginia for Christmas. And she knows too. It's not like a big surprise or anything. Um, so I got the receipt there for it, and it is a vacuum cleaner, and it is just like mine. And so it's a Bissell, and it does use a bag, and I got some bags. Here are the bags that go with it, and these smell so nice. This is the kind that uses the Febreze freshen your home little thing bags, and they really do. They smell very, very nice. And every time you use your vacuum and vacuum your home, it gives it a really nice, pleasant scent. So yeah, I've used this vacuum for, oh goodness, several years. I guess maybe 3 years. I have had this model and I really like it. It works really well. And I am not a fan of the bagless vacuum cleaner. I certainly prefer a vacuum that uses these bags far over the bagless one. That's just a personal choice. I just think that the bags, when it's time to empty them and they don't make as much dust, and I don't know, it just feels cleaner to throw a bag full of stuff away than to keep dumping that cylinder out. And I've used a bunch of different vacuums because I used to clean houses and stuff, and I just really don't like the bagless vacuum. So I got her the one that I've got that I really like that I'd already used over on her carpet and it worked really good. So I'll be taking that to her this weekend. So yeah, I was really pleased and I haven't wrapped it yet, but I'm going to. And I'm going to give it to her early so she can start using it. Um, because she's moving into that new place and she's got her vacuum cleaner, but I want her to be able to use it. We're all grown ups. We can give presents early. It's fine. And she knows I told her that's what I was getting her too. So, okay. We like to get practical gifts that we really do need and want and stuff. She always gets me something I really do, really want, and I didn't really even think about it. Okay, so this is today, Thursday, November the 4th. It's clear and cold outside with a high in the low 50s and a low in the high 30s, which is very cold for us. It's a cold, cold day here. So I have hurt my back some kind of way. I don't know what I did, but I pulled a muscle just under my shoulder blade on my left side. and it's so uncomfortable. It's not like terrible pain or anything, but it does hurt, and it's keeping me from doing some stuff. I had a hot soak, and that helped, and I've been taking ibuprofen and Tylenol, but it's still, it's uncomfortable. It's not really painful, and it's not really serious. But I've been just trying to think what I did, and I cannot imagine what I did. Maybe I just slept wrong. I don't know. It's not too bad, but it sure is uncomfortable. So it's turned off really cold today, and everything is still wet from all the rain, but I still let the cats out. The girls just had a quick look and came back in, but the boys are exploring. They will come in later with muddy paws and track up my kitchen floor with little muddy footprints. They sure did, too. I was planning on getting out the leaf blower and cleaning the porches and the driveway today, and I was going to give the house a good vacuum. But with my back acting up, I think I'm just going to manage the dishes and laundry today. Thank goodness I have my machines, my washing machines to help, a dishwasher and a laundry. That's wonderful having those. And we're not always as grateful for those items as I think we should be. Having a clothes washing machine and dryer and a dishwasher right in our homes is such a blessing. Okay, I got a letter in the mail from the electric company saying that the fiber network that will bring high speed internet to our area is coming along, and that in the next few weeks or months, we can expect to have high speed internet available. So I am looking forward to this. And we are both looking at computers and trying to decide which one we want for our very first computer. I know we're a little bit behind the rest of the world, but at least it's on the way. So yeah, um, the little town they mentioned that was like slated to be up next for the fiber network to be installed and available is it's like 20-25 miles from here. So it'll be a while before they get to us. So it may be even still like spring before we get it. But it is on the way, and I am really excited about that. So hopefully it won't be long, and we will be able to get the fiber network high speed internet available here, and I will get a computer, and I can start doing stuff like live streams and editing and other kind of cool stuff on my channel. So, anyway, that is my journal for the last week, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and having a little look see at what I was up to. So, over the course of the next year, this will be my journal, and I invite you guys to come along with me and see what I get up to. Not much, but then again, you never know. Thank you guys. Y'all be sweet.